Before we get to that big question, dear viewer, I think it's pertinent that we familiarize ourselves with what a castle actually is.
This is a castle. 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 This is a very big dog. And this is a very small dog.
This is Sur-Mer, apart from the Loire, castle on top of a hill, I don't know the name of, and a bridge. There's not much else here. Oh, there's lots of caves with wine. We went to one called Ackerman. It's a weird champagne type thing, which is very minerally. And they age it, they like rest it in a cave. And they turn the bottles in a cave. And it's a big cave, it's like 7 kilometers of caves. And the caves came about from digging up all the stone to build the Loire with. So it's kind of nice that it's being repurposed in this way, I think. We also went to another cave which grew mushrooms. That was cool. Mushrooms in caves. What will they think of next? Welcome to Chinon, known for its wine, fortress, and higgledy-piggledy house. Very higgledy-piggledy. The French are very strange because there are many things that they care so much about, like, you know, cheese and croissants and like, I don't know, biking. It seems to be a big thing. But coffee, they're so bad at coffee. It's like they got the beans and poured dishwashing water all over it. I think they must roast the beans in garbage incinerators. This town of Chinon is full of fleurs-de-lis, and one assumes that's because Joan of Arc came through here, and that's why they have roads called Jean d'Arc, Rue de Jean d'Arc. But, you know, the French have a way of surprising you, pushing you down, kicking you till you pass out, telling you you're a fraud, screaming, kicking you till you die, putting your body on fire, stabbing you, putting the flaming body into a burning pit. I do have one question about this chateau. Why are there so many turrets? I mean, is it to make it look more castly? Because I don't think it needs that. It is a castle. I mean, I just don't get turrets. Completely useless. Could be a large bedroom. You can't do anything with it because it's a turret. Silly.
Je peux vous le rendre, Seigneur, Seigneur, car avec les soldats, oui, les toreros peuvent s'entendre. Pour plaisir, ils ont les combats. Le cirque est plein ce jour de fête, le cirque est plein d'automate. Le spectateur est dans la tête, le spectateur c'est un bel après
It's very strange riding along the Loire, because, you know, you're just riding along, 7 o'clock at night, not thinking anything of it. You got your river there, and then all of a sudden you look up and boom, sitting out there in the open for everyone to see. Frankly, I think it's a little bit perverted. They should cover up things like that. That's indecent. France, work on it. I know it's not exactly another castle. I've ridden literally 200 meters and there's another one. At least a fancy house with a turret. Basically a castle. Obscene. Obscene. Someone needs to go put some pants on the Loire. It's just too much. It's too much. Think of the children. I'm no prude, but that... it's not acceptable.
L'amour, l'amour t'attend, toréador, toréador, l'amour t'attend.
I just did the labyrinth. I think the problem is I'm too tall, so I can just see the answer. People need to invest in bigger labyrinths. This is disappointing. I want to get lost. You know, it sort of defeats the point of having a moat, but I'd be really disappointed if I owned a castle and didn't have stairs down to my moat. Why wouldn't you? I mean, look at that. It's 75 meters. It's a mega lap. It's good training. I mean, that's what I'm talking about. Useful moats. Go canoeing. It's a good idea. But steps would only help that. That's not a castle. I'm currently having coffee at a French cafe called Bigot, or in English, Bigot. And I couldn't think of anything more French. I'm sure you're all very well aware of the entire history of this town. It was built on some fortress several hundred years ago, then became the site of residence for the court for a couple hundred years. Leonardo da Vinci, not DiCaprio, died not here, in the other castle, in the town. Mary Queen of Scots was raised here. There was a conspiracy. There was a coup d'etat which happened here. Yeah, lots of stuff. Oh, Jeanne of Arc passed through here. It's a nice castle. It's a big castle. And then they moved to Versailles. It's a better castle. This behind me is actually the chateau where Leonardo da Vinci died, in the loving and tender hands of King Francois I. I mean, obviously I can't go in because it costs money. Here is also where I like to imagine Leonardo DiCaprio will die. Probably in the loving hands of someone named Frank from somewhere, because history always rhymes. Look, there it is. That's where Leonardo da Vinci died, and where Leonardo DiCaprio will die. What a good place for its sign. Completely hidden. I'm in Chambord, which was a castle built as a hunting lodge. This thing is ginormous. Why anyone would build this just so they could go hunting is absurd. Also, the grounds of this place are larger than the size of Paris, just for one king's hunting. And the thing is, this castle wasn't even completed. It's supposed to be bigger. What? Apples. I wonder if I could just take one. Yep. I stole an apple from the king's garden. What are they gonna do? Arrest me? Marvelous. I mean, just look at this. Look at all that unused space in that turret. That's absurd. That could have been better spent on another bedroom. Something like this, it only has 100 bedrooms. One more would be helpful. See what I mean about moats? They're better with stairs. They're retrofitted. a pontoon onto this moat. It just shows you that my ideas have merit. Blah, 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 blah. Today I'm in Blau. I'm not really sure why I'm in Blau. There's a castle, there's a church, and there's houses with turrets on it, but there's nothing special. Nothing that makes me go, yeah, this is a cool town, worth my time. That big red box is very disappointing. Literally, the only thing inside it is a massive fake cake. A fake cake, not even real, with fake candles celebrating 100 years of being open to the public. Swans are like a dish that monarchs eat, right? I wonder if that swan's family was part of some... Never mind. It's best not to dwell on unpleasant things. This is the Chateau de Chevenix. In terms of castles, it's got a pretty boring history. It was built, then destroyed, then rebuilt, then renovated past hands, from a lord to a baron, to a mistress, to a king, to the state for fraud. Just looks like a big house. Doesn't have any turrets. But I like it precisely for that reason. It has no turret. It's got a good utilization of space. I'm here in Beau Regency. Very pretty town, very nice. I'm just gonna make lunch. But I can't really appreciate it too much because I had a very bad sleep last night. Mainly due to the fact that I was sleeping right next to a pump for an irrigator. And it turned on about, I don't know, 8 or 9 o'clock. And I thought, okay, well that's fine. How long could this possibly go on for? Maybe an hour or two? No, it was a bit longer than an hour or two. As I soon discovered, it was on all night. Not feeling great. Had a large humming noise next to me. And then, make matters worse, there was a huge thunderstorm. Just like big claps of thunder. Anyway, that's the past now. And this town's very nice. Seems pretty busy. It's on the river, obviously. So it turns out this town of Beau Regency has just been a place of war for like its entire history. You know, Joan of Arc freed it. Many battles in the 100-Year War took place here. The Nazis bombed it. It's just been constant battlegrounds for these people. Maybe the people that live here are just especially despicable and everyone wants to wipe them out. We'll never know. Châteauneuf-sur-Loire. That's the chateau behind me. I don't think it really counts. It's basically just a big house with a fancy roof. That's not a castle. Châteauneuf-sur-Loire. It's a very interesting name. Literally means Newcastle on the Loire River, which is remarkable. But to be fair, I shouldn't critique it so much. I'm very well versed with these limits of human creativity. I did grow up in a town called Woodend, so I can't be too hard. This is actually the last town and castle that I'm on this trip. And you know what? I think I've come around on turrets. You don't need too many turrets, just one or two. Don't go excessive, don't go crazy. You don't want to live in a forest of turrets. I think that turrets are a garnish, and when used appropriately, they're perfect. They make a castle feel like a castle. They are a waste of space, sure, but it looks cool. So why are there so many castles on the Loire? Well, it obviously comes down to the 100-Year War, which was fought around here. After the 100-Year War, the king moved down to Amboise, and then everyone wanted castles near the king, and so they renovated them and furnished them and gave them turrets, and then you end up with a whole bunch of castles along the Loire. Simples. Look, while I might make fun of castles for being too vain, too big, too small, having too many turrets, not enough moats, I think there is something wonderful about their existence. In a castle, we have something that is built not for its urgent practical need, like these power stations, but instead for its beauty. We have art that is untethered from necessity and instead lies within the realm of imagination and possibility and creativity and pushes the bounds of what we can do, not scientifically, but with our thinking, with our appreciation of the world around us. Perhaps we can learn something from those who came before us that built and did things to be happy. And while power stations are cool, especially nuclear power stations, I think castles might just be cooler.